Hey everybody, welcome back to Row Country and welcome if you're new. Today we're kicking off 25 Days of Christmas and we are starting with this DIY Happy Planner Christmas mini cover. Stay tuned. Okay, everybody, so you're going to need a laminator of some kind. You're also going to need some Dollar Tree gift bags. I'm using the small ones. You're going to need something to cut with, a hole punch or a Happy Planner punch. Now, you can get these at the Dollar Tree right now, guys, and these come in a 2-pack, so you get 2 for your dollar. You can do this a number of ways, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the front and the back of this bag. So I'm just going to take it apart very easily. You'll see that you can unfold it and then you'll find a seam where the Dollar Tree actually glued this bag together. So you'll want to roll the inner part that's folded over. You'll roll that up and find that seam and go ahead and separate this down. Why am I doing a Dollar Tree gift bag Happy Planner mini cover? Well, guys, because I am a happy planner. I did have somebody ask me if I could do this video, and I'm doing that because I was asked, but also because I use my Happy Planner, guys, for everything. So like Halloween, I used another gift bag and made that, and this is the cover that came on my Happy Planner. Now I'm going to be using my mini to keep track of all of my Christmas spending, and when I, get something that I've ordered and it arrives at my porch, and then when I've wrapped it and put it under the tree. So I use my Happy Planner to keep myself nice and organized. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the planner cover that came with my Happy Planner, and I'm sort of just figuring out where it is exactly I'm going to cut this off. Now I'm going to lose some of this guy's hat, and that's okay because the holes for this bag are also kind of impeding on that hat, and I also wanted the word Merry on my planner cover. So I went back and forth, wasn't really sure, but I think in the end you will see how this turns out, and I think it turns out super cute. So what I did was I just traced around that Happy Planner cover, and now I'm just taking away a lot of the excess bag, and I'm doing that again for the front and the back. Now I'm going to trim down where my pen marks are, and because of the type of paper and the coloring on this, you don't see that, but believe me when I tell you, when I lay this down on my Fiskars cutter, it does line up with that line, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim all of that away. Now you could do one of these and do like cardstock on the back, which would give the paper a little more weight. What I'm going to do is show you how I handle Dollar Tree gift bags to make these covers and then bulk them up so that they're nice and sturdy whenever I'm using my planner. So as I said, I just traced everything out and I'm going to cut everything down, and then we'll move on to the next step. And so the Happy Planner covers have a rounded corner. So I used my corner rounder to round the corners on these. And these bags have a finished side that has like glitter on it, and then it has an unfinished side, which is more of a matte finish. The matte finish is going to go on the inside of my cover, and I'm using, of course, the glittery side on the outside of that. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a Dollar Tree glue stick and I am applying glue to one page or one piece of this bag, and then I just line up my edges as best as I can, and I lay everything down, and I really take the time to smooth this out. You don't want any clumps from this glue at all, and you'll notice that it does not line up absolutely perfectly, but guys, we're going to fix that, so don't worry. Now make sure, like I said, get all of the bumps, creases, everything out. You want this to be nice and smooth, and then go back with your trimmer of choice and trim this down so that there's no paper showing underneath one side or the other of this cover for this planner. Okay guys, so the amount that you trim off of these gift bags is going to be personal preference for you. The Happy Planner mini covers are 7.5 inches long by 5 inches wide, and I'm trying to match that as best as I can. So I'm just trimming down a little bit. I'm taking my corner rounder and I'm rounding the corners so that it matches what the Happy Planner does. Now, if you have scissors and don't have a corner rounder, you can achieve this as well. Just take your time to trim those corners and make them round. Okay, so as I said, I'm using a laminator, but if you don't have a laminator, you can use laminating sheets. You can purchase them and you can use an iron, or sometimes they're called cold lamination, I think, and you just roll them out and it automatically covers it. What I'm doing though is using a laminator that I picked up at Amazon. I don't recommend it, but it does work for me personally. I definitely would not purchase this if I were trying to start a business of some sort. It is an off-brand and my ready light never lights up. It's almost like it's never ready, but it is because I'm able to achieve what I'm able to achieve. So what I do is I put my lamination sheet, which is 9 long by 7 wide, I put that down and I put my gift bag inside and I push it all the way up to the top as far as I can go, and I leave some on the side, as you can see here. Now I'm speeding through here, but guys, I put this through 3 or 4 times the first time before I do anything else with it. Every time it comes out the other end, I lay it down and I rub it with my hand just to make sure that the lamination is definitely adhering to itself and that it stays nice and flat. At 3 mil, this is still very sort of flimsy and you're trying to get something that's really sturdy. You'll notice that there's not much to trim off of this. And when you do trim this with either scissors or a trimmer, you want to be sure that you don't cut into that line, because that will separate your lamination and it really, it really kind of ruins your work because you've done all of that for nothing. So just be very careful when lining it up and trim it away, and you'll see here there's not very much left, but there is enough there and it is a closed lamination. That is what you want. So go ahead and go around your gift bags. You only have 3 sides to trim, because remember, we pushed our gift bag all the way to the top and we've trimmed off the left, the right, and the bottom on this. Okay, so what I'm going to do at this point is take my Happy Planner cover and I'm going to cover it. It looks like it's bigger, but it's actually the same size, guys. The Happy Planner gives you less cover and more lamination. So what we need to do is go ahead and round our corners once again on this so that it's just like the Happy Planner covers. And then I'm going to take my Happy Planner cover that came with my Happy Planner and I'm going to lay it down. So now I have it so that that's the front and it's actually laying on the back. And I'm putting the Happy Planner cover on the back of my new cover and I'm lining it up, and I'm taking this jelly roll and I'm going to use it to mark where the holes are. I do this for a couple reasons. Sometimes I do use my Happy Planner punch and I like to line up these dots that I'm putting down into the Happy Planner punch so I know I'm punching it in the right place. Also, I sometimes just forego that Happy Planner punch and I just use the hand punch. I'm going to show you both here and show you why I do what I do. But those dots help me really to line everything up. This is a Create 365 Happy Planner punch. It is the old model. It does great with paper. It doesn't do so great with my covers. What ends up happening is it cuts through, but it sort of rips my lamination. So I don't like using it, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I do. But you can see here, I'm going to stop motion here in just a moment, and you'll see that you can actually see the dots that I made. inside of the Happy Planner punch, you can see those dots coming through right there. And I did that so that you can see where it lines up, to be sure that when you actually do the punch on this, that it goes through and it punches it in the correct place, so that when you put it back on your Happy Planner, it's not in a weird spot. But I always have to bring in a pair of tweezers, and I have to pull my lamination out of the punch, and then it rips my lamination. You can sort of see it here. It's not the best shot. I always have to take some detailed scissors and trim away some of the lamination that it sort of tears, and I just don't like it, guys. I don't recommend it. But to get the first cut, and see here, it does match up absolutely perfectly with my Happy Planner cover, the original cover. To get that first cut, I go ahead and use the Happy Planner punch. Now we're going to build up our lamination. I'm not even sure how thick a Happy Planner cover actually is. I want to say it's about 10 mil, could be 9, I'm not positive. All I know is, for me, 6 mil is perfect. It's perfect because these are temporary planner covers for me. And when I mean temporary, what I'm saying is I'm going to use this for a month. And then if it's in still good condition, I'm going to store it away till next year. But I may not even use it next year either, right? But for 50 cents, you know, we got a gift bag, 2 for $1, so 50-cent cover and a little bit of time and my lamination. You know, it's not like I'm out a lot of money if it doesn't last past the 1 month, but I always get really good results with just a 6 mil lamination. So I do the 3 mil first, run it through. We go ahead and we do our punch, and now we're going to repeat this process. I've placed this back into another 3 mil sheet. I let it run through. I run my hands over it. I make sure everything's lined up. Looks really good. I double check my creases just to be sure that it's holding up and it's really looking good. And then I go back and I do the lamination trim again, and I make sure that I don't cut into where the lamination has met itself on the cover. And you can sort of see in the shot here what we are really dealing with. So again, left, right, and bottom trims on this, and then we're going to finish punching the holes for this new cover. Now, just like before, I went ahead and rounded my corners, but this is a hole punch that I picked up a long time ago, and it's a really small hole that it punches. And what I do is I put that right where the little mushroom top is, sort of in the center of that, so that when I bring in the other hand punch, and this one I picked up at the Dollar Tree, guys, I am able to line everything up. It does not give you the mushroom cut or punch that the Happy Planner punch gives you, but we're going to remedy that with our scissors here in just a moment. But this little punch was $1 at the Dollar Tree. This was my first time using it, and I have to say I'm actually pretty pleased with it. I always turn over my planner and punch back through, even when I don't have any extra laminations, just sort of, you know, hanging out there, like I did with this one. And I think it was because of the way that the Happy Planner punch, you know, tore my lamination. So I went back and just repunched everything. But at this point, you just take your detailed scissors and you follow the line that you had when you did the first punch with the Happy Planner punch. So you just cut your slits in there, and then I run it back through my laminator a couple more times. And I'm doing that because I just put holes and I cut into the lamination. So I just want to make sure that everything is nice and secure before I stick it back into my planner. And there you go, guys. So as I drop this back into my Happy Planner, you cannot even tell that that was not finished punched with a Happy Planner punch. I really think that this gift bag is so cute. It made a really nice cover for my Christmas planner, my Happy Planner Mini. This is a DIY Happy Planner Christmas mini cover made out of Dollar Tree gift bags. I really hope that you liked today's video. If you are returning, thanks guys so much for checking out another one of my videos. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that button down below. Ring the bell so that you know whenever I put up a new video. And please watch another video while you're here. 25 Days of Christmas is coming your way, guys, and I will be dropping a new video very soon. I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks again. Bye.